The Tragic Beauty of Mayari, Goddess of the Moon. Tagalog Mythology. Welcome back to TessyTales, timeless stories told your way. Tonight, we turn our eyes to the heavens, to the silver glow that has watched humanity since the dawn of time. The moon. But beyond its beauty lies a tale, a story of courage, rivalry, and grace. A tale of a goddess who fought for balance between light and dark, and whose sacrifice gave the night its gentle glow. This is the story of Mayari, the moon goddess. Long before men built kingdoms, before rivers knew their names, the sky was ruled by the great god Bathala. He was the creator, the father of gods, the weaver of worlds. And from his divine essence, he gave birth to children who would guard the realms of existence, the day, the dawn, and the night. Among them was his daughter, Mayari, radiant and fierce, her eyes shimmering with the calm light of the moon before it was even born. She was grace and strength entwined, beauty and war in a single breath. Her siblings, Apolaki, god of the sun and battle, and Hanan, goddess of the morning light, stood beside her as protectors of the world Bathala had made. Together, they watched over creation, the rise of the seas, the stirring of mountains, and the first breath of humankind. But as time passed, Bathala withdrew into silence, retreating to the farthest reaches of the sky. His children were left to decide who would lead in his stead, who among them would rule the heavens. And so began the divine dispute that would shape night and day forever. The air trembled with tension. Apolaki, bold and golden as the rising sun, declared, "I, who light the world, should rule it. Without me, there would be no life." But Mayari, calm yet unyielding, stepped forward. Her voice was like the hush before dawn, soft but commanding. "You bring light, brother, but I bring rest, reflection, and renewal. The world needs balance. Both day and night must have a guardian." Apolaki's eyes flared like fire. "You speak of balance, sister, yet what is darkness but the absence of light?" Mayari met his glare. "And what is light without the peace of night to follow it?" Their words burned through the skies, and even the stars trembled. The gods who watched whispered among themselves, would there be two rulers or only one? But pride and passion are dangerous things, even among immortals. Neither Mayari nor Apolaki would yield, and so, the heavens themselves became their battlefield. The clash began at twilight, when the sun and moon both touched the sky. Apolaki wielded his flaming kampilin, its blade dripping with the essence of the sun. Mayari raised her silver spear, its edge glowing with ethereal light. Lightning tore through the clouds. Thunder screamed across the void. Stars fled from their places, hiding behind veils of darkness. For days they fought, light against light, sun against moon, brother against sister. Each strike carved fire and shadow into the firmament. And then, in one blinding moment, Apolaki's blade struck Mayari's face. A gasp echoed through creation. A single drop of silver blood fell from her eye, and where it touched the void, the first moonlight bloomed. Mayari stumbled, clutching her face. Her left eye, the one that once shone as bright as the morning, dimmed forever. Apolaki froze, horror breaking through his fury. His sword slipped from his hand, vanishing into flame. "Sister," he whispered, his voice breaking. "I did not mean—" But Mayari raised her hand, silencing him. "You sought to rule alone. Now you see the cost of pride." Her tone held no hatred, only sorrow. And in that stillness, the heavens wept. Rain fell for the first time upon the earth below, the tears of the gods themselves. When the storm ceased, Mayari and Apolaki stood side by side beneath the dimming heavens. "I have taken what I should not," Apolaki said, bowing his head. "Let us share the sky, as we should have from the beginning." Mayari turned her remaining eye toward him, silver, solemn, and kind. Then it shall be so. You will rule by day, and I will reign by night." And so the heavens found peace once more. Apolaki returned to his golden chariot, blazing across the sky each morning, bringing warmth and life. While Mayari took her throne of stars, casting her gentle light upon the sleeping world. Her single eye became the moon, calm, luminous, imperfect yet whole. Where her blood had fallen, stars bloomed in the dark like eternal blossoms. That night, the world learned that light does not only come from fire, but from forgiveness. From then on, the night became her realm. Under her watchful gaze, lovers whispered their vows. Warriors rested from battle, dreaming of victory beneath her light. Mothers sang lullabies to their children, the moon a silent witness to their love. Mayari became the protector of the night, the goddess of war and strength, the keeper of beauty and grace. But she was not alone. Her sister Hanan, the dawn-bringer, carried her light into the early morning. And Tala, goddess of the stars, danced beside her, scattering the jewels of heaven across the night sky. Together, they wove the eternal rhythm of the heavens. Dawn to day to dusk, dusk to night. An endless cycle of balance, the legacy of a goddess who lost one eye but gained eternity. Across the islands, her story lives on in whispers and in wonder. When the moon is full and bright, the people say Mayari walks the sky with both eyes open, her old wound healed by love and peace. But when the moon wanes to a thin silver crescent, she closes her wounded eye, resting from her watch. To farmers, her light marks the seasons. To sailors, her glow guides the tides. To lovers, she is the witness of promises no sun shall see. And even now, when night falls and the world turns silver, some still whisper her name in prayer. Mayari, light of the night, keep watch over us. If you've ever looked up at the moon and felt its quiet power, its peace in the dark, you've felt Mayari's presence. And if stories like this move you, don't forget to give this tale a like and share it with someone who loves myths as much as you do. Because the more light we share, the brighter these ancient tales will shine again. Mayari's tale is not only about gods, it's about balance. She teaches that light and dark are not enemies, but partners. That beauty can rise from brokenness, and that true power often glows quietly, without needing to burn. Her single eye reminds us, even with loss, we can still illuminate the world. Her calm reign reminds us, even after war, peace can bloom. And in every quiet night, when the moon hangs above the sleeping earth, her story whispers, there is light even in the darkest hour. And that was the story of Mayari, the moon goddess, a goddess of strength, sacrifice, and serenity. If you enjoyed this story, remember to subscribe to TessyTales for more ancient myths told in a modern voice, from the gods of the East to the legends of Africa and beyond. Until next time, keep your eyes on the stars and your heart in the stories that made them. This is TessyTales, timeless stories told your way.